and welcome to Black Views, Black News. And so today, I just wanted to have a brief discussion in regards to how our communities can own their own politicians, grassroots style, so to say. I do believe that politicians should answer to the vote and not the vote answer to the politician. So this is just my idea of what I think we can do on the local level. I didn't take political science. I'm not a politician. This is just my idea for my channel, uh, and I'm also welcome to other ideas. But here we go. So, in order for us to have a politician that's going to answer to us and to our needs and the things that we want for our families, what we have to do is we have to invest in a politician monetarily. Okay, like other groups, you know, Chinatown. In order for them to maintain that, they had to basically invest in their politicians and so forth to go along with the ordinances and so forth that allow them to have that. So I say this as a black community and in black communities, we should fully fund the lifestyle of the politician. So there should be a house. Okay, so whatever district you live in, it should be a house for that leader. Okay, all utilities, all those amenities are paid for. All right, I know it might seem cheesy because some people will be like, "Well, I got a bigger house," but those aren't the ones that we want. We want the people that's going to be skilled, okay, that can depend on these monetary value interests that we put in. May it be cash, okay, because they are going to need to have a wage. Um, like I said, housing, cash, and all other monetary values. He must be fully supported because when he does not say what we as a community want him to say, then we pull these things back. Do you see what I'm saying? So let's say for instance, and I'm not talking about on a national level. I'm just talking about on your local community levels. If he can't, if he says, "Well, I'm not moving in that house," and well, that's he can't be the leader or the executive or whatever for the county, township, or whatever it is. He can't do that. All right, because he needs our vote to qualify for that. So the person that we want in there is going to go to the state assembly house. He's going to stand up and he's going to say exactly what that community wants. We need X, Y, and Z for the black people, or whatever. He's going to say what that community wants him to say. All right. So to me, it's just like any other. Let's look on a broader level. Even if you look at, let's say per se, butter biscuit eaters or coons. All right, they say the things they say because they're waiting for a cash flow from white supremacy. Okay, so when they don't say the things they're supposed to say, then white supremacy takes them off the shelf. They're no longer being paid. Let's look at more on a professional and let's say industry. Let's look at an athlete. All right, he may have endorsements from different companies and so forth. They feed them. All right, like, look at Tiger Woods. They get fed. Nike. When you say the things you're not supposed to say or don't represent Nike in the proper fashion, all benefits are immediately removed and they're taken off the shelf like they never existed. And that same philosophy needs to be used in black communities as accountability mechanisms. Okay, so soon as such and such representative of such and such township gets on CNN and he says some coon shit or some shit that the community is not agreeing with, then he already know he got 30 to 90 days to get up out the establishment. Or that next term, he already know he out of there. and he doesn't receive the incentives and the values put in place for him to say the right things at the right time. Okay, all those things need to be monetized. Just like an athlete in the game, he get a certain amount of interceptions, he get a certain amount of bonuses. So it should be the same way with the politician. Anytime he gets FaceTime, anytime he's an opportunity to have a debate or whatever, and he's saying the right things for his community, that's an incentive value. And he should receive that. And we should be willing to give that as a community. And I feel like grassroots, this is where we start to make people accountable. I mean, think about it. You got straight up hardcore rappers that say something they ain't supposed to say. Boom, that's done. So we in turn need to flip that and use that as our advantage. So these politicians, these people that do not vote the way we would like them to, or do not take value to the moral things that we want for our communities, or try to go out and ascertain different contracts for the black community, they're not doing that. Then guess what? We have to get them out of there. But there needs to be something of monetary interest. And the reason why I say this is because anybody can be had. And so right now, we don't invest in any of our local politicians. They're on the ballot card. So they don't really answer to us. They answer to the person that's funding them. Okay, when they go and they do their little campaigns, you know, they're not really worrying about townships because the Democratic Party is going to take care of everything. They just have to, show up every now and then. But in order to get the grassroots vote, you got to come to the townships. You got to go to the high schools, the local high schools. I mean, the same way you do. The president does the primaries and their campaigning the same way they need to do in the local towns. Hit them high schools. And we need to make it like that. See, if you don't make it that way, then what you see is when you go down your main road, you just see these signs of people that say, oh, District Number 7, Shelley Carroll, and you say to yourself, who the fuck is that? And guess what? They're going to get in the office because you got bootlicks out here. They're just going to click on everything that say Democrat. All right, think about how some of the young people that's coming out of high school, they vote with their parents vote. So if their parents say, yeah, Democrats because Republicans racist, then that's what they get. Not showing any interest in the local benefits. So I'm gonna wrap it up, but this is my idea on how to own our own politicians and make them accountable to us. Okay, you don't have to have a high quality person coming out of Georgetown. He has to understand what the people want and do what the people want us to do. The people want him to do. Okay, he don't have to be a Georgetown big time lawyer, defense lawyer, and these guys that their lifestyle needs they got to be in $100,000-$200,000 house. No, it can be a guy that's gonna do what he's supposed to do, and as he grow, his money grow. As the county grow, that's how it should be. I'm tired of going up and down, our own communities. You see construction sites, and you don't see a brother's in sight, but there's a housing complex right around the corner. That's insane. And who's allowing that to happen? Your congressman. Your county executives. They bid these contracts out to these people, and then they don't demand that their community be in that contract. Like, let's say, for instance, I would say, all right, in order for you to build roads from segment A to segment B, business company such and such, you can be awarded this. We also ask that you employ 10 people from that community. And if we got to put that extra appropriation in the contract for that, then that's what we do. But that's how you employ your citizens in your communities. So now we're generating. But listen though, I didn't go to school for all this. But we have people that's coming out of HBCUs every day that specialize in this, and somehow they're working for the other groups. instead of working for us. So we have to monetize and values and incentives for our local congressmen to open up other things such as businesses. Your mayor black, everybody black, but you still got other groups selling to you on a day-to-day basis. You can't even get water without, you know, buying it from them. You get hungry, you gotta buy it from them. So we gotta change this, and the only way we're gonna change it is, we gotta do it with our own values. Until we get there, we're gonna get the reparation, but we gotta get everything in order. So when that money does flow, we got columns to stand on, and every black man and woman will have their paradise. See, we won't be getting up worrying about the angers in life. We're gonna be getting up worrying about what we're gonna create today, what we're gonna do today with our time. Calling your neighbors, hey, let's go build this, let's go do that. Because the quality of life is gonna be better. It's not so much about everybody being a millionaire and obtaining all these valuable material items. It's about the quality of life. Being able to smile because you just enjoy the people around you and having the things you're supposed to have. So in order for us to do this, we need to invest in our own politicians. Them young guys out here that's right out of college, coming out of high school, they speaking right and they got the right mindset. And then when you put a mic in front of them or the proper audience, they're going to say what they're supposed to say. Not some old ass, scared, protecting his property and values and shit that he's accumulated, so he has to sell out. That ain't what we're looking for. I'm out of here. Black Views is bringing you the black news. Please like and please subscribe. Okay? I'm getting better.